Hey, good morning to you, my little whippersnappers. Well, it's morning here. I don't know what the hell time it'll be when you're watching this. Noon, afternoon, evening, overnight, whatever. Elton McFall here, just a couple of blocks from my place in the Hochelaga borough, Montreal. I finished this vintage, very common Monogram 56 Chevrolet here. And I think I'm filming this on the top of a septic tank or something. It doesn't smell very good. But it looks great. The car looks awesome. It looks very, very 80s in terms of hot rod, car custom, the colors, those wheels did not come with the kit, by the way. This kit usually came with the original wheels, which I thought were too big. And they came either, of course, also with the turbine wheels. The turbine mag wheels refers to the ones that I guess you could say were made famous the most on the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard. And look, here's the opposite of that 56 Bel Air. That stupid Tesla. I still call the status symbol car. Anyway, so big thanks to my buddy Brian who gave me this kit, God, I don't know, a year ago. I don't remember when it was. He gave me a bunch of other ones too. And he also gave me even some parts boxes, which really have already come in handy a few times. I really like those centerline mags. So I used them even though there was one missing. I found this, whether I had this or this is from Brian's Parts Box, this like Pontiac Chevy mag wheel from the 70s. And there you go, and looking pretty prim and proper. I'm not a professional modeler. The pink looks very good. It's a paint can from Canadian Tire. So is the black, but the black for some reason, I don't know, it's Krylon. There's like this sort of a shine there. It's not as nice. Engine is the standard, well, it's not the standard engine, but it's probably I imagine a 350 with the blower and all that, but I don't know, for some reason I couldn't close the hood correctly, so I had to take off the little air cleaners. And boy, I tell you, that chrome pen really comes in handy. It's really a lot of fun to do all the chrome. Even with the part of the wiper on the right side that's missing there. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, there's actually a story with that. See, the reason why the glass is all blacked out like Christine is because of the fact that unfortunately when I went to paint the car, I taped up the front windshield, but I didn't unfortunately because I couldn't take out the windshield. It would have broke. So anyway, what I did is I didn't tape it enough to the side, so the paint got underneath the backside, and I tried to get it off, and it didn't work out too well. So, what's this? Anything interesting? What's that? Good old Freightliner FL, probably 2020. He's going too fast, that guy, though. Man, hey, come on. Driving a city truck like that there. Not supposed to be driving that fast there. Anywho, oh, wow, that's a really cool angle, actually. Look at that. Can you dig it, baby? Can you dig it? And I lost my train of thought, eh? Yeah, and the rear window, it's not that I got paint on it. I got it out. It's just, I can't remember what happened. I don't remember why I painted it, actually. Anyway, whatever. It looks really cool like that, too. Everything happens for a reason. Of course, the pink and black continues inside here. And you can sort of see the dash. Actually, that black is a pretty shitty paint job. One of the things I'm very proud of also about this model, not only, well, for one thing, this is paint that I had, by the way. No, sorry, the black I had it. I don't have any money, by the way, so the pink I went to buy it. It was a pretty good deal, actually, considering how expensive a big can of paint is today. It was 14 tax in, but that's because, of course, I live in Quebec, so it's gouging to death, on us consumers, and, we got to be taxed because you have to, protect the langue française and all this bullshit. Now, I didn't have the springs. I didn't have the leaf springs. So I said, what am I going to do? So I made my own torsion bars, as you can see, to keep it all in place. So yeah, it's a little bit wonky, but again, it's very cool. I'm very happy with it. I'm happy to show it to you on this gorgeous day today. And really happy that, we'll get some graph in there, I guess, for good measure. It is a rock and roll kind of car. It's a rock and roll kind of area, you know what I mean? Right? That's about that. So I hope this video influences you, especially younger guys. You want to build something, do it, man. Get one of these kits new. Well, they're not they're not cheap, you know, when they're new. But when anything that's used is, as long as it's as complete as possible, it's great. Oh yeah, by the way, did you notice? You know, it's an old kit too, and the hood doesn't close properly. And not only that, look at the bumper on the right side here, how it doesn't line up at all with the front fender. It's sticking out. Even the rear one's not amazing. But yeah, and if you used to do models, I know somebody recently, they saw one of my last videos. They're like, oh yeah, you know, your videos have persuaded me to get back into modeling, and they got back into it. That's what it's all about. It's influence, you know. God, is it ever a gorgeous day? Whew. But not as warm as yesterday. It's like 10 degrees, I think, if that. Anyway, that's it. Elton McFall saying goodbye, and next model will likely be my Kenworth W900 that I've had for a few years now. I don't know how long I've had, 3 years maybe. And I got some kind of a military green paint maybe going on it, like a dark green, kind of army-ish. I don't know, man, that's a big project. So anyway, guys, take care. Keep your puck on the ice. I am always, you know, every time I film these things, I'm always thinking I forgot something, you know. Anyway, so you guys take it easy, be well, and adios.